What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 143 of the Clever and Original podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kody Misialek. Alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Yeah, my plan this week was to watch Avengers
Nope.
Infinity War.
Nope.
And to get Neuromancer. It's a book about science fiction stuff.
Seems pretty J.
Yeah. And
It's
JJ
funny because normally you say gay.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
For those of you at home who didn't get that.
Yeah, it was a reference to something else.
I'm JJ over here. That's this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here is JJ Larson.
Yep.
Doing the dab.
Yep.
After he said that.
Yeah.
It's
Dabbing
terrible.
on the hay.
It's awful.
It's fine. Your form's a little rusty, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's been a long
I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
I've been busy all day.
Also, I just realized your title, you're the host. I'm the man of the plane.
Aw.
You're that guy over there.
Yeah.
That's actually your title.
Yeah, that guy over there.
We've unknowingly given you
That
a
was
title
pretty
because
good.
if you go back, I'm sure it's said every time.
What the fuck is this?
That is
was
woolly
Pet-
mammoth ivory.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
No.
Wait, what?
a piece of woolly mammoth ivory. Got it as a
So,
white elephant gift a long time ago. A guy does ivory carvings with jewelry and stuff.
A white elephant carving. I mean, a gift.
Yeah, white elephant gift exchange, woolly mammoth ivory. Yeah, it's like the tusk of a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems pretty cool.
It's pretty
Seems-
ironic that it's a white elephant gift exchange. I got ivory of a mammoth. They're related, right? Except one's like
Similar.
woolly.
Kind of. They're like somewhat.
If it's a woolly mammoth, why is it not a leathery elephant?
Because that's just not what they
Because,
named
yeah. Because the mammoth is woolly, the elephant is not leather.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
I think you just need to calm down.
I'm just so upset over this.
You're just very mad.
This
You
newfound
need to-
information.
You need to stop. It's
I'm
time.
erupting with anger.
It's time to stop.
So if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, in that order particularly.
Yes.
Indeed.
However, this week, big stuff happened this week.
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War came out. And so that's what this episode is going to be about. Our reactions, what we thought of the movie, where it ranks on our lists, etc. So let's get into it. So first we're going to do, as we normally do, non-spoiler reactions. Probably pretty sure
Yeah,
this
I mean,
thing's
it's pretty
probably going to be
difficult
a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, there's like the whole thing. You know.
So let's just get into our initial non-spoilery reactions.
I thought it was pretty good, except the announcement for Good Eats by Alton Brown was even better.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that real quick. I
Yeah.
forgot. I was going to say, actually, that was going to be my intro.
Yeah.
And I
okay.
fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
But,
Fuck
yeah.
you.
Good Eats, Alton Brown, new
It's
season.
coming back.
Coming back.
It's good. But
Yeah.
But Avengers was also good. I think, when I walked out of that theater, much like everyone else, this is the best Marvel movie ever. Like, there's a lot of action in it. Definitely a popcorn flick for sure, just with all the fighting sequences and whatever. Thanos is a big, bad, awesome guy. So everyone walks out of it like, oh, that was great. That was awesome. That was the best movie ever, except for a few hard-ass critics, I'm sure. But as I've kind of calmed down from the hype, I wouldn't say it's the best Marvel movie, but it was still really good. Top tier.
I would say
top tier movie.
top 5 for me.
Yeah, I would
Top
agree. Top 5 for me.
Going back to our list before, I put it in the fourth spot. All
All
right.
right.
Talk today. Knocking Avengers, Civil War down a peg. No. I'd have to look at the list again. I can't quite remember.
Yeah,
I remember putting it in the fourth spot. I
We'll
just can't
get
remember what was
there. We'll get
We'll
there.
get there.
But that's not what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. There isn't really that many new characters. There's Thanos, I guess, if you consider him a new character, and then the Black Order is like 4 new characters. Otherwise, every character is someone we've seen before,
Yeah.
and like there are like so many main characters in this film.
There's a fuck ton.
They did a good job of balancing them.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good
yeah,
job
that-
of that.
Thought they balanced the multiple storylines really well throughout this film. It's very evenly paced. I mean, one of the first reactions I had when the movie was over was, that was 2.5 hours? Like, that didn't feel like 2.5 hours. I was like, there's no way that's really short. And it's like, no, it's been 2.5 hours. You know, that's how long the film is. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess it is that actually been that long. Didn't feel like it. Everything is fairly good, and it's there. I would say there's not a dull moment in the film.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Like the pacing, I think the pacing is pretty good. It like keeps the action going, keeps things moving on. Because it's not like if you think about it, the amount of time really that takes place within the movie is really short. Like from the start of the movie to the end, like the amount of actual time in universe isn't that long.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
true.
just like there's so many things going on that it ends up taking up a little bit more space, even though like the actual events, like Thanos gets all the stones relatively fast, I would say, after only having one.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah. See, it's like impossible for me to like actually say anything about
I
it.
mean,
With-
so obviously, if you haven't seen this film, where have you been? It's the highest, or the biggest opening of all time, beating out Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yep.
Both domestically and worldwide. So yeah,
Pretty good, but
pretty-
yeah, really good. I'd recommend it. I feel like in the future this will be like a film you will watch with the second the one that comes out
Right.
next year. I don't think it's something that you will watch by itself all that often.
It'll be like a DVD case, part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
I mean, no one does DVDs anymore, right? Those are old, but
People
I
still
know
do for like
Blu-rays.
people do Blu-rays with that stuff sometimes.
I
'Cause
do
it's not
Blu-rays.
on. You can't stream a lot of that stuff, so you kind of have to buy it. Or if you can, it's like renting and stuff. People
Gotta get that physical copy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the quality off of Blu-rays is better most
Right.
of the time than streaming. No compression, all that other jazz.
But yeah, so really good. Let's just get on to the spoilers, shall we? There's no way we can like not talk about.
I can't say anything about it without spoiling it. Basically, I don't know.
So from here on out, spoilers for Avengers: Infinity War. Okay, spoiler time.
woo.
It's the biggest spoiler.
So, what I would say overall, thing that I liked is that the main thing that I liked is that Thanos won.
Oh yeah.
I liked that a lot. The fact that he won, everything they did, well, he won in this movie.
Right.
Not that he wins in the long run, because that's very clearly not the case. But the fact that he triumphs despite all of their efforts, despite all of these characters who've like fought against like crazy odds before, they still lost.
Yeah, that's good.
And I liked that. I liked how he got all the stones. Like, I think that the process of that was really cool to watch.
He was smart about it.
Yeah. And like just this, there was a lot going on with each of those scenes,
Right.
Like getting each of them felt really, the scene around getting each of the stones made it feel really important. It of course is because of how powerful they are, but it didn't feel like he was just running around playing, hide and seek, not hide and seek. What's that hot and cold game where like you're looking for stuff and you're trying to.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
He's just it's not like he's running around just collecting things,
Right.
Like it feels a lot more important than that.
Yeah, I guess I should kind of just go through the film because that's the easiest way for me to remember things, and I go through. But like, so the beginning on the Asgard ship, is just such a great opening. They're already in well, I mean, it starts off even before that. Before you get the distress call from the Asgard ship, and silence except for that, and then the logo and everything, and then you see everyone's pretty much everyone's dead basically.
Yeah.
Like Heimdall's down and everything. Thor's down, and all of a sudden Ebony Maw and like the Black Order are like this is mercy,
Mm-hmm.
that you're about to that you're all dying, and I thought that was really good, like Loki, doing his thing,
Doing
like,
Loki things.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like really interesting because like in that scene it was like multiple things I was thinking, like, so like he brings out the Tesseract after Thanos like demands it basically.
Yeah.
And Thor has the "you're the worst brother ever" line.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing that, and then it's like, I pledge my undying loyalty to you, just to try and cut Thanos' throat,
Mm-hmm.
and then have it be stopped by his use of the Power Stone. And I thought like throughout that scene, I was thinking like Loki could be like, I could see Loki like working for Thanos like throughout the film, and then he also like was like going against him, which I thought was really awesome. And not only that, but like the stuff like, I'm not Asgard,
Mm-hmm.
King of Jotunheim and everything like that. I thought that was really good. And just seeing like he dies, right? So like that's just, it was so good, and like you felt it, Loki dying.
I kind of felt like, honestly, when he first pulled out like the Tesseract, I thought it was just going to be like an illusion, because he can do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't he just, and then, and his guard's down, and then, I don't know, he wouldn't actually have the power to stop it. I don't know, maybe it'd be too obvious, because it's like trying to replicate an illusion of an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That was something I thought.
But yeah, I thought that was good. I thought Ebony Maw was great. Like my favorite thing of the Black Order. Like every time, like in that first scene, he's like, no one has had
Like two.
the power, nay, the nobility to, possess 2 Infinity Stones. And just not only that, but like when he arrives on Earth and he's like, rejoice, for you are about to die at the hands of the children of Thanos. Just like, that's, I don't know, he just does it so well. And him just being like basically a wizard, like the match for like Doctor Strange is just really good.
He essentially had the same powers, not like the same, of course, but a very similar kind of move set. Took a similar role combat wise.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Obviously, Hulk gets sent off to Earth by Heimdall. Just another use of the black magic, the Bifrost. I thought that was good. And I thought the way they introduced like the new characters to like the older characters was really good. Like Doctor Strange is someone who's never interacted with. I guess he interacted with Thor.
Yeah, but he hadn't interacted with Iron Man or
Iron Man, Spider-Man, or Hulk, or
anybody else.
Yeah,
really.
And like, just like the way he goes, he does a sling ring or whatever, and it's like the fate of the universe depends on this. You know? And then just some of the humor, like, are you leaning against the cauldron of?
Cauldron of the Cosmos.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I was hesitating. I wasn't sure if that was exactly it, but yeah, Cauldron of the Cosmos.
Yeah, I thought the jokes overall were relatively well timed. I think like the way they did deaths, I thought was pretty good. Like Loki's death was just so sudden that it was like kind of surprising. Gamora's death was pretty sudden as well. And I think like, because I doubt Gamora's death is one that's going to be reversed. Same with Loki's.
Right. I don't think. Well, definitely Loki. I don't think is going to be reversed.
Yeah, definitely not Loki.
Assuming he's actually dead. He looked pretty dead, but he looked pretty dead before.
He has, but I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
but like he hasn't been dead that long.
But what if he's still working for Thanos?
No, he would have showed up in the movie though.
What?
Like after
No, I
that.
think he's like really dead.
Maybe like a spycraft thing. I don't know.
I
don't know.
Even
I'm
Thanos.
just saying, like,
No. Even Thanos said after, like, there's no resurrecting from this. The resurrection, like after he killed him.
He's the trickster god. Like,
well, I think that because Thanos had him in his hands, like he choked him out. He choked him to death, like with his hand. I think he felt that it was actually Loki dying.
I don't know. It's just he's one of those characters I feel like you could always just bring back. Be like, oh, I didn't actually die. Illusions.
I mean, the problem would be like if in the future none of the characters who died actually died, that would mean that the entire franchise has no stakes.
Right.
There are no stakes, which is like really damaging, I think. Because then no matter.
I'm not
what,
saying no one's
okay.
dying.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
like,
saying Loki.
Right, but
that would
not be dead.
Like, but that would kind of
death.
negate the whole movie because there's really, like, besides Loki, only
really.
Gamora really died. Gamora and Vision.
Yeah, Gamora, but Vision also probably not actually dead.
Right, because he's a robot. But like,
you don't necessarily need.
I mean, if we're being real here, you can just look at the contracts of the actors and see who's going to be dead and who's not.
Well, Loki's contract is up. Or Tom Hiddleston's contract is up.
Well, then he's dead. Okay.
but like no, but I mean,
It's
like I don't think it's like that. Like the thing is, like the characters who die at the end, right when Thanos snaps his fingers, that's different because it's like I think it has something to do with the Soul Stone, my theory. But like the other characters who die. Like if you can just reverse that, then it's like anytime any character dies, why can't they just reverse it all the way back so Uncle Ben doesn't die? Even though that hasn't happened in this universe, but we probably know it's happened because there is no Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Or like when who was it that Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't he back? You know, like then it's like death doesn't really have a meaning, and it's like this is just there's no stakes whatsoever. Then
with like the whole time thing, being able to like revert back deaths, they could take a stance that Life is Strange took. I guess spoilers for Life is Strange if you haven't played it. You should play it. It's really fun. But like the whole game. One of the first things you figure out, one of the mechanics is that if you like fuck up a decision, you can just go back and change it.
Yeah.
But then like all of a sudden, oh shit, a storm's coming. That's weird. That's a weird and coincidental. And it turns out that it's basically fate.
Yeah.
Like your friend that you save early on in the game is meant to die. And so all of fate is like, fuck you, this person has to die because that's how it's supposed to be. And you're like,
well, like okay,
so they could do that.
Different,
you know, like
but like
well, no, like they go
but
back
like
and
Loki,
they bring back Uncle
Loki,
Ben
it's dead, Jay. This is not up for arguments.
I'm not even talking about Loki anymore. I'm just fucking saying.
But we were, and so that's what got us to this.
All I wanted to I wasn't saying he's not dead. I didn't mean to offend you in any way. I'm just saying that it's very possible. His character.
No, it's not very possible.
He's
character. Dead. He died on screen.
How do you know illusions work? How do you know how illusions work in this
because
universe?
We saw it, and like so. For example, we've seen him die before, right?
Yeah.
In Thor: The Dark World.
Yes.
We immediately saw afterwards that he wasn't dead.
Right.
We did not see that in this.
But what's stopping him from just playing dead?
Well,
Thanos.
I'm just saying.
No. Thanos choked him out. He felt him die.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're assuming that you understand how this fictional magic works, and all I'm saying is that Marvel can retcon literally anything about it.
But like that would be a terrible decision.
Has it been like established in the comic
No,
books
I mean
how
like
it works, or-
I would say like plot wise for the franchise,
it would be bad.
It would be bad.
Agreed.
Because, like it lowers it erases any stakes.
Yes.
Like no matter what happens, you're like everyone will always be okay.
And
Exactly.
That is
like,
how almost every movie has been so far.
I agree.
And that's like a serious, like in my opinion, the most serious problem with the franchise.
Correct. That does
Yeah.
not change the fact
Okay.
that they could still bring him back.
But
That's
no,
all I'm
but no,
saying.
but
That's all I'm saying.
no, Jay, listen. They said they made it clear that he is dead because Thanos said right afterwards, "There's no resurrecting from this."
Yeah, but how would he know?
Yeah, because
He choked him
I
out.
mean, of course he would know.
If it's illusion,
Yeah,
it would
but-
be against him.
If it was illusion, he would have noticed.
How?
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's like no. So
He doesn't
so,
have
so,
the reality
okay,
stone at this point.
Okay, going back, the first Avengers film,
Yes.
Loki's getting out of that cube prison, right?
Yes.
Thor tries to tackle him. He goes right through him because it's an illusion.
Right.
Meaning, his illusions you can go right through them. Thanos couldn't choke out something that isn't there.
Or what if he's saving some like spectacular illusion power for when he really needs
I mean,
it? He's
that's
making everyone think that.
that's possible, but it's like, why does that even matter?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
like,
just saying.
I mean, it's possible.
it's something that no one
It's
understands.
theoretically possible that
Yes.
the whole movie was in somebody's head too, but it's
Which
like,
would be all.
I mean,
yeah,
but
again,
like that-
we
but
can all
that's-
agree that would be
yeah.
stupid. That would raise
No,
consequences.
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
all
but-
right, yeah, okay,
we hope it
whatever. Let's
doesn't-
get over this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, but what I'm saying is that there's no point in even bringing that up because
His
it's
contract's
not,
over, so
because
he can't be alive.
because that implies that it might actually be true. Okay, moving on. Loki's dead. All
Maybe.
right. The deaths. Gamora's death I thought was really
Yeah.
impactful.
Yeah,
I
that
thought-
one was the most important, I would say.
yeah.
And I that one is more the out of the real deaths, like the not finger snap deaths. That one's like the most likely to be reversed, but I kind of doubt it will be.
It's yeah. I think. Well,
I
so
feel
my
like
theory.
that one's permanent.
So my theory about I guess everyone who died in the snap
Yeah.
is that they're like in the soul stone, because the soul gem in the
Oh,
comics
that
can
would make sense.
house all souls.
That would make sense.
So
Okay.
in
Like
regards
Skyrim.
so I think that's an easy way to explain how they all only those people come back. So like Loki and Vision don't come back.
Yeah.
With Gamora, that might be a little different because
she was
she
the
was
one who
sacrificed
to
to
the
get
stone.
yeah, basically to get it.
Yeah.
um,
And Thanos sees her when he's in that
Right.
kind of
So
that other world.
So it might still be possible for Gamora to come back. I hope she doesn't, just because I want I want those three that we saw, like Loki, Gamora, Vision,
Yeah.
as like those are permadead. Like you're not coming back from it.
At least two. I think at least two of them have to be. Like at the very least, we have to have at least two from those two of them from this have to, and I think in the next like movie, we're almost definitely gonna see. Like
I think we need at least one of the original Avengers.
I'm pretty sure we need Iron Man to die. Like almost definitely. Like that has to happen.
Honestly,
Iron Man, Captain America, kind of both have to die at some point.
Honestly, I think it'd be really cool. I mean, it's not happening because it's
Yeah.
a movie. I was gonna offhandedly mention that this is why, in some respects, books are better because you don't have fucking actors under contract that make everything this predictable.
Yeah.
But if all like the snap deaths were also permadeaths,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking awesome.
Well, except that
Because that would create like new
Except I think the
groups,
problem with
new
that is that
interactions.
that means Thanos wins for good.
Sure.
Like,
What's wrong with
it's
that?
like
That's cool.
that's like that defeats the purpose. Like they need to come back, right? Like the heroes need to come back and
Not
win.
necessarily.
Like
This is tragedies.
I mean,
stories where the
so
heroes
like
lose
like the
and that's
problem
it.
there though is that, I mean, yeah, I guess the Avengers could still fight Thanos, right? But like,
and still kill him, but like sort of a
It's just-
symbolism
it's
of
more
like
like
can't
just
bring your friends
vengeance.
back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
like a vengeance, darker kind of.
I mean, that's
Again,
like,
it's not gonna happen.
yeah, it's not gonna.
We
happen
all know
for-
it's not gonna happen because contracts.
And
Well,
because it's like all of the new characters died, like every single one.
Yeah,
of
like
them.
the only ones really remaining are the original Avengers and like
Rocket and
Nebula.
But if I were reading this in a comic book, or like just a simple like regular book, and they all died and they stayed dead, that'd be fucking cool.
Except if it was a comic book, no one ever stays dead. Like they stay dead in that, but it's like in a different universe,
Well, it's
or like something happens with different writers down the road and everyone's back alive.
Yeah,
like
the thing is like comics are at the point where it's like death doesn't matter. But like I don't know, I guess that's different. Hopefully it's different.
Yeah, I mean with this it's like more of an actual coherent thing. Like the comics, there's a lot more universes going on. It's just kind of a shit show. But
right.
Yeah, I mean I think like we have to, like, obviously even just for contractual purposes, I mean Captain America, Iron Man, they're not going to be playing the actors aren't going to be playing these characters forever.
Right.
So I think them dying in the next movie, those two, them dying in a way like to save all of the other people would be a really like impactful sort of thing. 'Cause it's like the two of the OGs, like two of like the most prominent ones.
the flagship.
Yeah,
characters.
two of the flagship people are going down to save all of the young bloods, basically, you know, to save them all. And now the world is theirs. Like it's theirs. These guys have, you know, laid down.
Right.
Speaking of OGs, Hulk / Bruce Banner had almost nothing to do with the movie. You could have easily just completely taken him out.
Well,
he was just the Chicken Little, but Thanos showed up immediately anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, Thanos didn't show
Well,
up.
Thanos
Or not
didn't
that,
show
but
up.
the ships.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ship.
And they would have figured it out.
Yeah, they wouldn't have all been there.
Right. Yeah. But I mean,
like-
I just feel like Hulk had a very small, like, unsubstantial
so
role
like the Hulk.
in the entire film. Not
Well,
Hulk,
Hulk
but Bruce
wasn't
Banner
really
/ Hulk. Yeah,
The Hulk lost in a fist fight to Thanos, which
Yeah.
is like insane, right?
And then he didn't want to come. He didn't want to fight him
Yeah.
again.
And I really
Which is understandable.
like that because it's like it showed that like, you know, they're two different beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hulk and Bruce Banner are two different people basically. I think it was important because
Well, I mean,
like,
if Bruce wasn't there, I mean, Vision would have just straight up died
before
Thanos showed up.
And like they would have gotten the Soul Stone
Yeah,
earlier.
just before.
I think
Well,
I
being
think
a movie, they could have made it so.
I mean,
they could have made it with anyone.
they could have made it with anyone,
but like
like-
you could say that about most of the characters.
Yeah,
in the
so,
movie.
like, I
it's
think-
like most of the characters didn't do like crazy plot integral stuff.
Like, I
I'd say,
think-
like to the extent where like you couldn't, let's say, take someone who was in one part of the movie and switch it with someone else.
Well, like,
Like,
I
you
think-
can do that with a lot of them.
I think like so for example, Doctor Strange just shows up out of nowhere to Tony Stark and is like, "Hey, I need you to come with me. Infinity Universe is on the line."
Yeah,
Like Robert Downey or Tony Stark is like, "Who the fuck are you?"
yeah,
And then it's not until Bruce Banner walks through that it's like, this is serious. Like, and you know he sees that like I haven't seen you in years since Ultron basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, I guess.
And then not only that, he's the person who calls Captain America and like lets them know that they need to find Vision and stuff. And so I mean, I think he plays a very important role in the film.
I mean, I guess he kind of brings everyone together, sort of.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like, because we already kind of knew Hulk. Like we learned that in Thor,
Yeah,
Ragnarok, that Hulk was his own person.
yeah, but wouldn't that continue? Like,
Yeah,
we're-
Right.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
continue. That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, no new ground was covered with Hulk
Well,
in any
yeah,
way.
it
We already
was.
knew there were two people.
I think it was.
kind
Because
of.
like thing is like in Thor Ragnarok, Hulk didn't want to go away. He like loved the fact that he was Hulk all the time, and puny Bruce Banner was like gone basically. And this is like showing that the Hulk actually is like fearful. Like someone who's basically the most powerful thing is fearful for the first time ever and like doesn't want to come out. I think that's important. I think that's an interesting character arc. And it also gives the opportunity for Bruce Banner to like actually do something of heroics instead of just letting the Hulk take over.
I suppose. I mean, really, it was more of the suit. I guess he's smart. That's like his thing, right?
Right. But he could have like easily
PhDs.
just not gone in the suit and like try it and just stayed behind.
Like he'd done in previous sort of.
I guess maybe it was just the way they did it, but the whole time I was thinking there was some kind of history between Thanos and Hulk greater than just Hulk losing once in a fist fight. Like I was trying to dig like maybe in his
like the Hulk has
or something.
never lost. You know, like
he lost to Thor, right? No. He beat Thor. Right?
Yeah, he beat Thor. He almost lost, but he ended up beating Thor.
Yeah.
Like he's never been like outpowered before. Like he's been like maybe outsmarted, but he's never been out like powered before, which is like really like damage to the ego. I think.
I'm pretty sure we'll see him. I'm pretty sure we'll see him in the next movie. But.
Right.
I wish I got more of that vibe. I guess. I didn't really
can we talk about like awesome moments in the film?
Oh, before that, okay. This is like theory. This is I don't know if this is actually gonna happen. I'm pretty sure. Well, not pretty sure. I have a hunch that at the beginning when Tony was talking about that dream thing about having a kid,
right,
with Pepper. I'm pretty sure she is pregnant. Like that's probably something that's like she just didn't know about, but that's probably what's gonna happen. Tony's probably gonna die in the next movie, and yeah, I think like he will have a kid.
I feel like that'd be a little too corny.
Not really. I mean, like it's not that hard for someone to be pregnant. It's not like
then it's like the lifeline will continue.
Well, yeah, but the kid wouldn't be able to be fucking Iron Man for like decades. So it's not like
it's not
someone else would be.
Right. Yeah,
and that kid might not even.
It's gonna slap him in a baby Iron Man.
It's like here you go, kid.
Have fun.
Happy 5th birthday. Go fight Galactus.
That's probably not happening.
Yeah. So. Someone else would be Iron Man. Actually, what they might do, this is like even more of a crazy fucking aside, but I could see since Iron Man's like tech genius sort of person, they could Shuri could be Iron Man. That could happen. Like that could be
I don't know the exact name of the person in the comics right now, but there's a Black woman Iron Man.
Yeah, they're because I think Tony, did he die or I forgot what happened. Something happened where he's not Iron Man anymore.
So like Shuri would be great.
Yeah, that'd be like a good because that makes like out of all the people who we already have, like that would make the most sense because it's like someone who can tinker with shit, make new things all the time, right? And it's like right now we would either have Hank Pym, Bruce Banner, Shuri. It's like, well,
potentially Reed Richards,
but he's already
he's already Mr. Fantastic.
He's already like Mr. Fantastic. So like she's not exactly a super like she has like her weapons.
She's not a super powered person.
Yeah, but like she can't like go toe to toe with like fucking crazy ass powerful people. So that could happen because Hank Pym's like old.
Right.
He's old and he makes stuff for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Bruce Banner is Hulk, so why be Iron Man and Hulk? That just seems like a waste.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that would make sense as like a future thing because eventually, if they do it like comics do it, like the mantle of that character
passed down or whatever to someone else.
Yeah, like Falcon, the guy who's Falcon becomes Captain America.
Same with Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier becomes Captain America at some point as well.
Yeah. I guess maybe a part of it, like the more I'm thinking about like what about the movie or the possibilities of what's gonna happen in the next movie upsetting me, is this is one of the first times in like Marvel movie history that the good guys didn't just save the day in the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And I want it to be that. I don't want the good guys to just be like, oh, but we're good, so we win, we save the day.
Well, I mean,
it'd be nice if.
I don't think they're get.
I mean, they got pretty fucked up.
I mean, they didn't.
But if they just bounce back, that would make me upset.
Well, I mean, they're
not just.
They're not gonna bounce back to like everything's okay, nobody died.
Right.
But I mean, they're going to bounce back because that's how that's how like the plots have to go in a way. Because if there is no bouncing back, there are no movies in the future. Because.
Well, it's not like everyone.
No, it's not like everyone, but it's like there's nowhere to go with the story.
Right.
Or what if there were movies in the middle of part 1 and part 2?
I mean, there are.
Like part 1 happens, Thanos wins, he goes off.
Oh, you mean like
yeah,
set
he goes off, I win,
Yeah.
he goes, and then they're like, okay, well, let's figure shit out.
I mean,
Half of us are
I
dead.
don't know. I think.
And then later they break the stone.
Oh,
and they come back
I
or
don't
whatever.
I think
That'd be cool.
I think that'd always be on your mind though, right? Like.
Yeah,
what are they gonna do to Thanos?
Well, yeah.
Thanos is the big.
It would make those movies seem like
Less-
unimportant.
yeah.
It'd be like it's like filler episodes in anime. So it would be like no one really cares about this. Just get to the actual story, sort of thing. Because like once that concludes, it's not like any of that inter stuff would really matter that much, Because anything that happens in those, the stakes would be so low in comparison. Like, it'd be like fighting some random supervillain destroying a city or something.
Mhm.
Or something a little smaller scale.
Yeah.
It's not like you could throw fucking Galactus
So,
in
like-
at the same time.
Like half the universe is
Yeah.
killed, and then someone's destroying the city, and you're like, well, I guess we could save these few hundred people, or we could save the the trillions of people who died, and
Well, but how do they... That's another thing, too. How would they know that they can be saved?
Well,
because here's my argument, and here's like Trevor's saying that he doesn't like how we know everyone's gonna come back. It's like it's just inherent to the story because the MacGuffin, the Infinity Gauntlet, if you can believe something can wipe out half the universe with a snap of a finger, like. It shouldn't take that much more of a stretch at all to think that they could all return like that.
Yeah, I mean, once you enter that in, I mean, most things like that would be. I think that's how they're going to do it. I mean, they're just going to use the gauntlet,
Right.
Because that's what happens in a lot of comic storylines. I mean, someone else gets a hold of the gauntlet, they use it, and whatever the fuck they want to happen ends up happening.
Right.
Within limits, of course.
And
'Cause
try to
even
go
having
back to
it, I don't think
normal.
even having it, you're not the most powerful thing in the universe. Really.
It is kind of
mean,
a ridiculous MacGuffin, though.
You are the
Yeah.
most powerful being in the universe, except for the one above all. Basically.
Except for him, I think the Living Tribe. These aren't in the MCU that we know of, though.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
things that are up there that are just don't really give a fuck and don't do anything about any of this. but they could. It's just what reason would they have to mess with any of that? But so yeah, I just think what needs to happen, for me to be satisfied with the way it goes, of course the finger snap people are coming back. That's a given, basically.
Ooh.
Some of the people, at least some
I
of the
think
people
they're
who died
gonna-
before that are staying dead. And I think Captain America, Iron Man, if those two die in the next movie, if those two die, I'd be okay if Gamora comes back, I guess. But if Captain America, Iron Man are both dead, and Loki stays dead,
I'm gonna give
if
you.
that's the least, that's the least that that'll be fine.
I mean,
I'm gonna give you another one.
Okay, who?
Thor,
Dying?
because
Yeah,
the thing
yeah, that'd be okay. Okay.
all of his family's dead.
I just have a soft spot for
Asgard,
who's gonna be the eye
no, I mean
I just have a
in
soft,
the yeah.
I have a soft spot.
well,
I just-
so.
I just don't want to.
I mean,
see
I
it.
know, the
kill
thing
me
is,
a little bit.
the logical thing, for people are where would Thor go after this, right? I mean, I know where he would go because, some comics, I would love to see Beta Ray Bill and stuff, but
Well,
I
and he
digress,
did
but,
say, like watching the movie twice. I saw it today as well. So I like just listened to like a lot of the lines a little more closely. Not all of the Asgardians are dead if you take his lines literally.
Okay,
he
half.
says Thanos killed half of my people and destroyed my ship.
Yeah.
So like if you take that line literally, that means that half of the Asgardians are still alive.
Oh, that's a shtick to the whole movie, killing 50%.
Yeah, killing.
Yeah, to like save.
But I
the
guess
other
visually, it's like you don't see the like
Right,
you just see
because
the ship getting
you see like
destroyed.
basically
Right.
what looks like everyone
Yeah,
dead.
it looks like everyone dies and the ship explodes. So like it's not. It's really it would be easy to assume that all of the Asgardians are dead.
Yeah.
Like that would be a really easy assumption.
No.
We also didn't see, interestingly enough, characters we didn't see on the ship. We saw one of the gladiator people dead, I think,
Right.
on the ground. We didn't see Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see Korg. I mean, we saw Heimdall, Loki,
Yeah.
Thor, and Asgardians, but we didn't see like them. So if you said half of them are dead, I would assume
theoretically
those
could be.
people are probably still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Assuming then they didn't die at the snap
the-
of his
Oh,
fingers.
oh,
later.
also-
Yeah.
Assuming they didn't, but
There's a lot of 50%.
But that doesn't really like.
That's a little unfair to some of the planets, don't you think? He shows up, he
No,
kills
I
half the
think-
people, and then later on he snaps his finger, killing another half. Like, wow.
Theoretically, he'd be able to
What
be
an
like
asshole.
He'd be able to be like, not these planets.
Well,
I already got them.
like so,
They're-
like
they're good.
I mean, I think that's probably the case because like you look at like Doctor Strange is like spare Tony Stark and I'll give you the stone.
So he
And
knows.
and like Tony didn't die in the
Yeah.
finger snap, so like I would say basically spared Tony Stark,
Yeah.
Iron Man,
Yeah.
by not killing him off with the snap. Can we talk about that? Like, I thought that was really emotional. Like all the characters dying at the end.
Yeah,
like
that
it
was
start.
That was fucking nuts. I was like, the one that got me was Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is awful. Like I can barely handle this right now.
Honestly,
So-
that one didn't get me a whole lot.
See,
I mean,
like,
that one did because
I don't wanna
like,
sound
'cause, like
heartless,
everyone else died like basically for the most part emotionless.
like
and
the like
quickly.
so.
And it took longer for him to die for some reason. That's kind of what
There are
it seemed
two-
like. And he was like basically fucking weeping while he was
Yeah.
dying. And it was like
There-
compared to all the other ones, like most of the other people
Well-
were like, "What the fuck?" And then just
Well, they're like there's like 2, maybe 3 that got to him. Like
Yeah.
that. Like I thought was like the most emotional was like the very first one was Bucky. He goes up to see it and you see like him basically dissolve right before
Yeah.
Captain America, and I was just like, oh my fucking
Yeah.
god. Like that Black Panther also. Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it was just like, come on, like he was
this
like
isn't the place to die.
yeah, and then he just vanishes
Yeah.
right there. And then obviously Spider-Man, like holy crap, like
But
the kid basically, like throughout the entire movie, like Tony's like, dude, go home, like you're not ready for this, like,
yeah.
cause like it's a kid, you know, you don't want him to like get like killed or anything, and it's like, and then seeing that happen, like
Yeah.
that was intense.
One thing that I guess through the second viewing of the movie that I paid more attention to is what exactly each of the stones was doing, because I like noticed
Right.
the first time, of course, paid a little more attention and how like the actions necessary to activate them, because it's it seemed to always require him to close his fist no matter what. Like he had to close his fist to use all of them, and it seemed like he was a lot more limited than you might expect, and like the things that he could just do with them randomly, like in fights, for instance. Like he couldn't like it was he could do a lot with it, but like it wasn't unbeatable until he had like 4 or 5 of them. Like once he had that many, like near the end, before he kills Vision to get the last one, like at that point he just
Once he had 5,
he just fucking like fucks everybody up. So maybe I think like I don't know if this is because I don't know if this is how it works in the comics, but it seemed like the more that he got, it kind of felt like the more powerful in general they all were.
So here's how it works in the comics, I think.
Yeah.
Based on like what I've read and stuff, is that each gem, stone, whatever, they each enhance the others.
Yeah.
So if you just have one, it's powerful and like you're really strong already. But like if you have two, like the power stone powers up like the space stone, right?
Yeah.
Like so theoretically, like the only reason like he could, like, so I was looking at like what was the possibilities of like how, only once he had all six could he snap his fingers and wipe out half the universe. So like, the soul stone to like kill everyone, to find everyone, or find them, and then mind and soul to find and kill them. Power stone to like extend that power. Reality stone to make it happen, and then like space and time to find everyone, and then they all power each other to go all the way across the universe. And so like I believe they enhance each other, so like once you have more, they get each individual one gets stronger.
That's kind of what it seemed like, because like they were able to fight him until like they were able to actually kind of fight him when he first appeared, when he appeared on Titan to fight Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Guardians,
right?
Or the Guardians that were there, not Groot and Rocket, of course. But so yeah, that was kind of interesting. It seemed like those, like, it's clearly not an unbeatable combat. It's not unbeatable, but once you have like him having all of them at once is basically unbeatable, because he can just do anything at that point. I'm kind of curious how
it seems,
because it was really messed up at the end, right?
Right.
But he was still able to use the space stone to teleport.
Right.
So he was still able to escape. So I'm wondering what that damage means for his ability to use it. Like, does it severely weaken the ability for them to function? Is he only able to use specific stones now because of what happened? Like, I guess that'll be answered, of course, in the next film. But
like, it's interesting. Like, people are suggesting that on Nidavellir, that what's his name? The
dwarf guy. The dwarf who's like actually huge.
Yeah.
Who's actually like twice as tall as Thor. Just proportion wise.
Who, like, that there's still what's it, a cast for the Infinity Gauntlet. So like theory's like, oh, they need to go there to make another one.
I can see that.
And I'm just like, so like the stones weren't damaged at all.
Of course.
It's
I don't know. Well, you can clearly destroy them.
Like, Thanos needed the gauntlet in order to harness the power, in order to be able to use it all. Because like throughout the movies, they've always shown that like you can't hold an Infinity Stone, you'll die. You like they showed it like
the Power Stone Guardians of the Galaxy.
Power Stone, yeah. I was like, once that one collector slave grabbed hold of it, she exploded and a giant explosion happened. Same with like basically the Guardians. The only reason was because
power of friendship.
No, well, because
channeled it.
well, and they explained that Chris Pratt's Star-Lord is son of a Celestial.
Oh, right.
So like he can do that shit.
But like everyone else, like, and then they go to good lengths to do this. Like, the Space Stone is in the cube, making it the Tesseract.
Yeah.
The Reality Stone is in the Aether.
The liquidy shit.
The Power Stone was in the orb for much of Guardians of the Galaxy. The Soul Stone was the only one, but you had to go through something to get it in the first place.
Yeah.
And then the Mind Stone was in the scepter that Loki used in Avengers 1. So it was encased in that. So like they've all been like encased in something else. to like contain the power to not basically kill everyone.
Yeah.
And so like the infinite, like that's why Thanos needs the gauntlet, right? I don't know. I'm not sure what.
I think that like making another one would make sense, especially if this one's broken, because it's clear you can still use it, but I would guess that the fact that it's damaged, like looks severely damaged, does like mean something.
Yeah.
I would like they wouldn't
like
they wouldn't go through the trouble of having it severely damaged if it didn't mean anything.
I don't know. Like it feels like to like show how powerful it was.
Yeah.
But like I still feel like they could easily just use the time stone to like reverse the damage on it.
Or maybe who knows? Maybe there's some reason they can't.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean that's so. Now can we talk about awesome moments?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
If I have any other like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll get back to it. But like, I really liked first off, I liked Thor's arc.
That was one of the coolest parts of the movie.
I'm going through all that struggle. You know, I like the Iron Spider suit. I thought it was going to be different than the comics because I didn't see the legs.
Yeah.
And then the legs popped out. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's like the Iron Spider suit. I like the fact, like, I was geeking out over Nidavellir.
Yeah.
When, like, Thor said that, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to build Stormbreaker. And then they did.
Fucking Red Skull showing up.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like Red Skull.
That was a mind fuck. I was like sitting in the theater. I was like, wait. I was like, who is this? I was like, okay. So then it like came out of the dark. It was like, holy shit, that's fucking Red Skull. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here, buddy?
I was just like, oh my God. He's actually like they weren't just like ignoring the fact that he got transported into space somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. And the fact that he was kind of like, I like how he's the guardian of the Soul Stone, and like I like how he explains that like he cannot use them. Yeah, like he's tried and failed, and he like that he's basically given up on that because like you're like, this guy was trying to use the Tesseract to like rule the world. Like, why wouldn't he just stop? Like, oh, he'll die.
And he appeared to like going to that planet. He appeared to get some form of abilities because he was like floating and kind of like amorphous.
Seems like some kind of title was bestowed upon him.
Yeah, like he was because it's
Guardian of the Soul Stone,
and he just like knew, and he somehow was just able to know anyone who landed on the planet.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Know who they are and what they're about.
That would be an interesting like side story. Like they do, they do those. They used to do those Marvel one shots.
Yeah.
If they'd be willing to go through like that'd probably be the most expensive one shot they make, but like. I think it'd be worth it to like see what happened.
Yeah, or to do like a short story like comic thing.
Yeah, they could do a tie-in comic.
Yeah,
they have a bunch of those. So. That'd be cool. I'd like that.
But yeah, that was really cool. I really liked after Thor got Stormbreaker back, got the power of Thor back, because he basically lost it when he lost his hammer.
Yeah, he did get. Well,
I don't know. He did use lightning and stuff.
I don't know if they said that it was the Odin Force in the film. I don't think they did, but that seemed to be what he got.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
He got like the, like they didn't talk about it like that in the movie, but in Thor Ragnarok. But that seemed to be what happened. Like he
was using that before he got it, like anything back in Ragnarok.
Yeah, like he was able to do all the lightning shit, like more than he had ever done before. So it's like he got power bestowed on him by Odin, and it seemed like
Thor gets more power with his hammer. Like that's inherent to the character, right?
So like that just makes him like OP.
and so I really liked how once he got it, he becomes like the god, like a god again.
Well, even more power, like many times more.
And like they even mentioned the use of the Bifrost.
Yeah, and he.
and then like him transporting into Wakanda in that battle, like to come to relieve the pressure off the Avengers, and just when he did that, just see the hammer like fly through like
that's
ton of
my favorite.
enemies, and just like shows up like Rocket on his shoulder and stuff, and then just like lightning fucking destroying like half of the army or whatever.
That whole battle sequence I liked a lot, like the whole like Wakanda battle like scene in general. I thought that was very well done, and like it was pretty like crazy, like the fight between, I guess I really like the fight between Bruce Banner and the Hulkbuster suit, and I don't know the name of that particular member of
so I think that was Cull Obsidian, but I'm not entirely sure. So there's actually, I'm pretty sure it's actually Cull Obsidian. So there's 4 members of the Black Order.
And I think all of them died.
There's Maw. What's his name? What's his first part? Crap. But it's something Maw. I had it, but it's gone. Anyway, he's the one with the going against Doctor Strange with like the magic powers, basically.
Yeah.
There's Proxima Midnight, and she's the only woman. And then there's Glaive. And he's the one with the glaive that goes after Vision. And then Cull Obsidian is the big guy.
That fucking like glaive was like seemed very, very overpowered. like his Vision was like kind of one of those
Corvus glaive.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Glaive,
but yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Those are. I mean, I liked all of them. Like, they were all really good. Especially Ma. I really liked him.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite like performances, is in like just the way his character was acted. I liked quite a bit. He seemed very much like the Herald, the sort of kind of character, like in any other fiction, like the cult sort of leader who's kind of the priest. The priest of, I guess, if there was a church of Thanos, he would be, the preacher.
Yeah. Pretty sick role.
Yeah, I thought, so Ebony Maw, Cull Obsidian, Corvus.
Who played, I'm just curious if I recognize any of these guys.
So Terry Notary played Cull Obsidian, Tom Von Lawler played Ebony Maw, Carrie Coon plays Proxima Midnight, and Michael James Shaw plays Corvus Glaive.
I'll have to check like their IMDb's to see, because usually these people, I mean, if they got roles like this, they've usually been in a lot of shit before.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Probably voice acting or.
Yeah.
I'll have to check on that later, but
yeah. So the Wakanda scene was really good. I liked how, I guess they really showed off Wakanda again. Bucky getting his new arm.
That was pretty lit. I like that.
And then Scarlet Witch coming in to save the day from like those giant, I don't know, vehicles.
Rolly things.
Yeah, they were about to just run over all the heroes, and she comes in and, destroys them. Also, the fight between all the women.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Between like Proxima Midnight,
Scarlet Witch.
And Black Widow. That was really cool. And then also one of my favorite, probably the most funny, or one of the funnier moments was when Thor is like, this is Groot, or like, this is my friend or whatever. It's like, I am Groot, and then he's like, I am Steve Rogers.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Oh, and then we haven't even talked about the fight on Titan.
Oh yeah, that showed off that was like a lot of use of the like cool uses of the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like the pulling using the Power Stone to like break off a bunch of rocks from the surface of the moon, and then I
Hurling them
think
down.
was he using the Space Stone to hurl them, or I don't
I think he
remember.
might have been using the Power Stone.
for both. Okay, yeah,
I don't know. He threw a
But-
moon at them.
he threw
That's-
pieces. Well, he threw pieces.
I
of
mean,
that,
maybe-
not the whole
Did he
thing.
use the reality to like take it off or whatever?
Well, he used the power to take it off because
Oh, okay.
like the purple sort of wave went over the
Right.
surface of the moon, and a bunch of shit came off. So
Yeah.
and like him like absorbing attacks and throwing them back with different like using the
Yeah.
stones to absorb them and throw them back.
Yeah, the
The-
explosion shoots
Yeah.
it back out as a flamethrower.
The coolest one is the one between him and Doctor Strange
Mm-hmm.
when like they're just throwing shit back and forth
Yeah.
at each other.
And then it ends like with butterflies.
With butterflies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great counter from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Strange really showed off like some mystical shit in
Yeah.
this.
Got fucking 12 arms and just like started hovering in the air and I was like,
Yeah.
oh
and then
my
he, you
God.
know, built like many versions of himself.
Yeah.
Shadow clone jutsu.
Um,
He's
That'd be funny if
he's
they all
learning
turned
from
into wood.
Naruto.
Oh,
Yeah,
also-
they all
oh.
turn into wood. It's like
also, when Spider-Man's like punching him, like Doctor Strange is using his sling ring to like teleport each of the characters
Yeah.
around Thanos and everything, and Spider-Man's going like magic punch, magic kick. Yeah. I thought that was good. Also, Iron Man's new suit,
pretty fucking cool.
the bleeding edge,
The kind of
yeah, with
nanotech suit.
nanotech.
I kind of liked it a little better when it like flew at him in like its individual pieces. Something
was-
about it was
That
really
was pretty-
cool.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Well,
Nanotech is fine.
Spider-Man's was nanotech too. Actually.
Yeah, it's just less theatrical.
Yeah,
Watch, you
it's-
just kind of like doodly doo, and
it's-
it's on.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
Black
know.
Panther's suit does that too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought also I thought Tony was gonna die. Like I thought Iron
Oh,
Man
yeah,
was gonna
I
die.
totally did. But the moment like Doctor Strange was like, here's the like time stone, right?
Mhm.
I was like, okay, so Tony has to not die Tony has to not die here in order for the only future where things turn out
right.
like in a somewhat good way to happen. Like
Yeah.
Tony has to not die here, and clearly like Tony, they like all like the events have to go this way, like in a
Right.
very specific
Yeah,
kind of way.
I saw that both times, and both times one of the people next to me like was like didn't quite understand that,
Yeah,
and I was like, well, you know, before the battle,
yeah,
Doctor Strange used the Eye of Agamotto, aka the Time Stone, to go forward in time to see all the possible outcomes. And he's like, you know, there's one way. And like, you know, earlier in the movie, he's like, you know, if it becomes between like you or the kid or the Time Stone, I won't hesitate to let you guys die. Or he said protect the Time Stone, but he
Yeah.
said basically said let you guys die.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is going against that. So clear, I don't think that's a mistake.
yeah.
Like that doesn't, like, you know, they don't put that stuff in there without a purpose. And I think that Doctor Strange clearly saw something in the future that he has to give up the Time Stone, let
Yeah.
Iron Man live in order for them to win.
Yeah, and have himself disappear from the finger
well,
snap as well.
And I mean, Iron Man, and as far as comparing scientists or smart people goes, Iron Man and Bruce Banner are a lot more emotive
yeah,
than Doctor Strange.
yeah.
He's a lot more calculatory. Is that a
Yeah.
word? Calculative?
Calculating.
Yeah, he's very calculating.
Yeah,
So it's just not in his character to all of a sudden have feelings.
yeah.
Right.
So I think, you know, I like the post-credit bit quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, it's like, okay, like we know Captain Marvel's a central part to how this is going to play out, clearly.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we knew Captain Marvel was coming, but we didn't know how important she would be.
Yeah,
And I think this solidifies the fact that she is probably the most important character.
I would assume she's
Uh,
probably the character of Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Like in the sense where she's like the most important, not that.
We are getting Captain Marvel first, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
comes out in March.
March.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that'd be really awkward if she was introduced in
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be a little. But yeah, so we get that next March. So
Yeah.
and Ant-Man and the Wasp pretty soon. That'll be fun.
That's July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Just
World's fucked, whatever. Just
it's before. I don't think. I'm pretty sure Ant-Man and the Wasp is set before this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously,
It
this
is.
all happens at once.
Yeah, this happens.
You were
like,
talking earlier about how short
This
of a
happens,
period
like-
of time the first one happens in.
Yeah, this
So
happens
it's-
like within a week maximum, probably less. Because the way Thanos is saying it, like this day, he says.
Yeah,
several
yeah, it
times.
seems like
so
a
it seems so. It
day.
might be only a single day.
Because
Yeah.
like,
I mean, he's
Yeah.
fast.
so like
got the space
Hulk-
stone.
crashes in all of a sudden, the same day.
Like within like probably an hour.
The
The rest of the stuff's happening.
Ebony Maw and Obsidian Cull come down and they fight. Then they get on the ship, go to Titan. Bruce Banner calls Captain America. That night they save Vision.
Yeah.
The next day they talk about Vision and potentially saving him. Then they go to Wakanda.
Yeah, so it really was a day.
like
Like if we
day
think
or
about it,
two.
it appears to be started one day, ended the next day.
Yeah, within 48 hours
Yeah, within
for sure.
within 48 hours, the entire movie takes place.
I mean, Thor can teleport wherever, so he can just.
Yeah, it's not like that time. Really, it's not like time really matters with the Bifrost.
Yeah, yeah.
Travel with that.
Just be like, oh, I'm over here now. Woo.
Yeah.
And obviously Thanos with his space stone.
Yeah. I really liked how both, they're driving and all of a sudden, crash. Or like the car, it's like they notice something's up.
Yeah,
And then I see helicopter crash, and then all of a sudden, Fury sees Maria Hill start
Yeah.
going, and so he goes to get the emergency brake on emergency pager from an old pager too. That's
Yeah.
enhanced or something
Yeah.
to call Captain Marvel.
I wonder
Well-
if it's is she off in space doing something, or is she in stasis somewhere?
I would think she's off in space.
okay.
Yeah. Apparently most of her movie takes place in space, or at
That's
least
good.
half of it.
That's,
Okay.
well, it's about the Skrulls, so yeah.
Yeah,
probably
Kree
in space.
Skrulls.
It'd be in space.
So maybe she's out doing something like that. I hope they explain, because people are asking this, what she was why didn't Fury call her when Chitauri were attacking her?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's an explanation, a good one.
Yeah.
I was fighting the Skrulls, or
whatever.
It
yeah.
wasn't as important. But
Also, I feel like way more than half of the people are gonna die.
What in
Well, because you see, at the end there, the helicopter crashes
Oh yeah,
into the building.
Oh yeah, more people are gonna.
If you take half of the people out of a city,
yeah,
that's a lot of jobs all of a sudden
Yeah,
not
a
filled.
lot more people are gonna die than
Yeah.
half. Probably not a ridiculous amount, but a
I
substantial.
mean, you think
amount.
of construction, train
Well,
conductors,
So for example,
police officers.
there's people who probably died from that helicopter crash
Yeah.
who weren't killed off by the
Yeah.
snap.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they're not coming back.
No.
Right.
They're dead, just like we were talking Gamora and
Yeah.
Loki and all of them.
Yeah.
Soup's dead.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Thanos isn't very.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
What a prick.
Not very considerate.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
I
it
want
quite
to
a
see
bit.
it again.
I think I'd put it in for now.
Here.
I'm
Wait,
let's go to our list.
So
Just
we
give me
have
just
our
give me the top
rankings, which
five.
we did a while back.
Just give me the top 5 that we put. I'll figure it out from there because it's
I mean,
better than
Let's go through it. So,
yeah.
so we didn't put Black Panther on.
Oh yeah, we
here.
didn't put
Did
Black
we put
Panther.
Thor Ragnarok on here?
No, I think this is before
Yeah,
that.
this is before Thor Ragnarok, I think.
Yep. So
Thor Ragnarok's probably 7 for me, but
we've got at number 1 Captain America: Winter Soldier, 2 Captain America: Civil War, number 3 Guardians of the Galaxy, Number 4, The Avengers. Number 5, Ant-Man. Number 6, Iron Man. Number 7, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 8, Doctor Strange. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 10, Captain America the First Avenger. Number 11, Thor. Number 12, Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 13, Iron Man 3. Number 14, The Incredible Hulk. Number 15, Thor the Dark World. And number 16, Iron Man 2. We
All
also
right.
don't have Black Panther or Thor the Dark World.
Thor
Thor
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
So I kind of already know I'm putting Infinity War right below the original Avengers.
So at number 5.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I would put it.
That's where I was putting it too.
Yeah.
Say,
And I would probably put Black Panther probably right behind that. Because let me I'd put Black Panther right behind.
so
that
I
for me.
would put Infinity War at number probably number 3.
Moving Guardians down.
Yeah. And Avengers. Well, I mean, and everything underneath.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like that's where I put it. So I mean, you guys wanted it at 5.
That's where I'd put it.
So Infinity War at number 5 under Avengers.
Yeah.
The first Avengers. Okay, that's where we'll put it then, since I am outvoted. Black Panthers. Well, then we should just do this now, since.
Just throw
Fuck it.
Thor and Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther in there.
Where's Black Panther?
I'm gonna put it like, let me see what's below this. Ant-Man,
So we
Iron Man,
have
Spider-Man.
Ant-Man at number 6 now. Iron Man at number 7.
I'm gonna put it I'm gonna probably put it at 6 for me.
I'd put it at number 7 below Iron Man. I think it's better than Spider-Man Homecoming, but worse than Iron Man. So JJ at number 6, I have it at number 7. Shay, where
Where would you put it in relation to this list? Because then we could like average it out basically.
I feel like I should pick 6 or 7.
I
so
mean,
don't-
just
I mean, if just pick,
Pick something that
wherever
we-
you want.
pick
Don't-
wherever, because like we can just take all 3 into account and put it, because this is like a collective sort of thing.
Right.
So
I think I didn't discuss this before. I don't think, at least on this particular episode. I was thinking about how Infinity War is really good, but because they were forced to combine multiple storylines to get the whole story across, other movies that focused on a single storyline were a bit stronger.
yeah,
I was gonna put Black Panther at 3.
you're gonna put Black Panther at 3.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
I mean, not
see.
that Infinity War is bad, but that's just an inherent weakness of these kinds
so,
of movies.
So if that's it, so if Jay's putting that at 3, I have it at 6, and you
Yeah.
have it at 7. Hold on, let me see, where would it be for that?
So you just add 'em all up
That'd be
and-
16 divided by what? 17? Wait, what?
No, I'm just trying to see, because it's
No.
6, 7, 3. Like, what's
Once
in
you
the,
add
what's in
those
the
up and
middle of-
divide it by 3,
The
what's in
median.
the middle of, like the middle of
Um,
those would be like 5.
So
The middle of those would probably be 5.
it'd be 5, but
Because there's two lower, and like what there's the 3s up here.
right.
There's a 6
It would
and
be
a 7,
it would be
so it's-
5 or 6.
It would be 5 or 6,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be more like 5,
yeah,
but
you can
We
do
also
5 and a
have two.
half.
no half.
No
That'd
halves.
be 6, yeah.
so that would put it above Ant-Man.
Below Infinity War.
Below Infinity War, above Iron Man.
Okay,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Thor Ragnarok.
I think it's better than all of these.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
I'm gonna,
For those of you who can't see at home, it's
Yeah,
7 and up.
7 and up. So
So-
I'm gonna put it at 7
I think
personally.
yeah, I
but
think it's
it's 7.
like the
'cause-
thing is like our list is different than my own.
yeah.
I think Doctor Strange is better. I think Iron Man's better. I don't think Spider-Man's better. I think Ant-Man's better.
yeah.
I think it's better than Black Panther, but I don't think it's better than Ant-Man.
Honestly, looking at this list, it'd be tough to just not just like go through it again. I mean, not
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
like
Um,
I'm like, wow.
where'd
these
you
are
say you
different
put
order
it?
now.
I put it
7?
at 7. I'm putting
Um,
Thor Ragnarok at 7.
I'll put it at. I think I'd put it at. I'll put it at 7 too. I think even though I think it's better than Black Panther, I don't. I think Ant-Man and Iron Man should also be above it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually 7. I think that's one we can agree on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we'll have to redo this in full at some point. Just to...
So
maybe the next movie.
As our
after
list,
Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out, we should redo this.
As our list is right now, we have number 1, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 2, Captain America: Civil War. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, The Avengers. Number 5, The Avengers: Infinity War. Number 6, Black Panther. Number 7, Ant-Man. Wait. Okay, but I think we agreed on. We were looking at a different, but
yeah.
So number 8 would be Iron Man. Number 9 would be Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Number 10 would be Spider-Man: Homecoming. 11 would be Doctor Strange. 12 would be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 13 is Captain America: The First Avenger. 14 is Thor. 15 is Avengers: Age of Ultron. What's that? 16?
Think so?
Yeah, 16 would be Iron Man 3. 17 would be The Incredible Hulk. 18 would be Thor: The Dark World. And 19th would be Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Sorry, Iron Man. All the way at the bottom.
Iron Man 2 is just not
So
something I enjoy.
Clearly one of the better Marvel films. I think we agree for Infinity War. But this list is insane. I never thought I would see like Captain America. I love Captain America: The First Avenger, and that's sitting at number 13.
Yeah, I mean, most
12,
of these are good. The only ones of these that I legitimately don't like are Iron Man 2, Thor: The Dark World, and Incredible Hulk. Those are the only ones.
Which are the bottom 3 spots.
Yeah, the only
right
ones
now.
like I legitimately don't like in any sense. Like, Age of Ultron's fine. It's not like amazing, but it's like I'd watch it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and to put in perspective too, like even with this list of just Marvel movies, is still like way, way above like DC movies and
For
most other movies in general. Like it's in the top tier. Almost all these movies are in the top tier of
like superhero
movies
kind of
in general.
movies,
Yeah. So all of them fairly good, but just not as good as others.
Okay, so Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, we should do we got to do the out of 7 before we.
Right.
Shit.
Okay, out of
out of
7. What's our rankings on out of 7?
I'm gonna go 6.5 out of 7.
Damn, that's high.
Yeah, I did
Almost perfect.
I did like this a lot. Well, I'll do 6. That's a little based on where my list placement. It's a little more fair.
Okay.
So I'll do 6 out of 7.
Oh, that's me. I will do. Ooh. You know, I really like this a lot. I think it should be higher on our list, personally. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 7.
All right.
First perfect score.
It's not better than like Winter Soldier, but like there was no point in the film where I was like, this is like dull and boring. Like I thought I liked every moment of this film, so I'll give it a 7 out of 7.
I'm gonna be a little more negative on it. I can't get myself to do a 4, so I'm gonna say 4.5 out of 7. Because it's not really the movie's fault, in a sense. Like they did a fine job with it, but just the inherent negative aspects of making it a movie. Rather, like I said before, if it was a book and people were to start dying like this at a snap of fingers, you would have no idea if they're coming back. You know, because there's no obligation to the person getting paid to act in the movie.
Yeah.
To be there again. So just because it's like a lot of things are predictable in the next movie, I'd say 4.5. It was really good, but I think
you're letting Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but I think that's what you get with these movies, and
Yeah,
it's almost expected. But
I guess.
anyway, I don't know. I'm also. I don't know.
I just
Maybe
like being
shouldn't.
surprised, and there's not much of a surprise coming in the next. I mean, will still be surprises for sure. Like, even after people come back from being snapped to death, like, who's gonna survive, like, the fight to unsnap people? But yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, that does it for us. What did you think of Avengers: Infinity War? That does it for us on this episode of the Clever and Original Podcast. Jay, if people wanted to find you on the social media sphere, where could they do that?
You can find me and criticize my opinions at Jayden Reinhart at Twitter.
And JJ, where can people find you?
J Larson 107.
And you can find me at Kody Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week, guys, in episode 135.